Hello everyone, I'm Ed Orcutt, your state representative from the 18th District. I represent portions of Cowlitz and Clark counties, including Camas, Washougal, Salmon Creek, Battleground, Ridgefield, and LaCentre, up through Woodland, Kalama, and Toutle to the county line. I'm reporting to you from the 2009 legislative session here in Olympia. Many of you have heard about a recent appeals court decision where a three-judge panel ruled that it was legal for teachers and school district personnel to have sex with their students, as long as the students are at least 18 years of age. The case in question involved a teacher who was charged with first-degree sexual misconduct with a minor for allegedly having sex with a graduating senior back in 2006. But because the student was 18 years old at the time, the case was dismissed by the appeals court. If this decision seems like an unjust application of our state's legal age statutes, you're not alone. Many of us here in the legislature were outraged to hear of the court's ruling. And, judging from some of the emails and phone calls that I've received at my office, many of you are outraged too. When it comes to the student-teacher relationship, there is a trust that must not be violated. There is an access and authority element to the relationship. Also, that must not be abused. This session, I'm supporting House Bill 1013, sponsored by my colleague, Representative Larry Haler, who lives in the Richland area. House Bill 1013 would make it illegal for any school district employee to engage in sexual acts with a student up to 21 years old who is registered in that district. The bill would also set a 5-year minimum prison sentence for first-degree sexual misconduct if the crime involves a student-teacher relationship. This isn't about being 18 years old and being able to make one's own decisions. This is all about protecting all students from sexual predators in any of our school districts. More and more, we're seeing students graduate at 18, 19, and even 20 years old. This is especially true with our special needs and developmentally disabled students. The idea of a possible quid pro quo relationship between a student and a teacher is abhorrent. There needs to be equal protections for all students, no matter their age. When it comes to state government, I believe education, public safety, and protecting our most vulnerable should be our top priorities. Another bill I'm supporting, House Bill 1240, combines all three of those elements. House Bill 1240 would add additional crimes to the list of offenses which must result in the mandatory firing and permanent certificate revocation of school employees. Simply put, House Bill 1240 would prevent felons from being employed in our schools. Why is this needed? Under current law, school districts do not have clear legal authority to fire personnel who have been convicted of certain felonies. For example, the Tacoma School District for a while had to retain a middle school principal who was convicted of raping a 19-year-old woman. He finally resigned, but not before collecting salary and benefits while on administrative leave. The bottom line is school personnel are role models for our children. When our children's role models are convicted felons, then we have a problem. The two bills I just mentioned were drafted with heavy input from constituents just like you. If you see an area that state government needs to address, or if you have questions or concerned about a particular issue or bill, please feel free to contact me. We have a representative form of government which works best with an involved citizenry. Your input, your ideas, your concerns are what drive us toward finding solutions to the many problems we face. So please, keep the ideas coming. You can contact me using my direct line, which is 360-786-7812. Again, that's 360-786-7812. You can use the toll-free hotline or send a message by email. And don't forget to check my webpage for news. I'm Ed Orcutt, your state representative. Thanks again for joining me.